tutti. Yesterday we made papa al pomodoro. Now, today, we are going to put them into raviolis. So we're going to make raviolis first. We are going to start with 2 cups of semolina flour and 2 cups and maybe a quarter, because it's 300 grams each of 00 flour. What we're going to do is going to make a little hole in the middle and make like a volcano. To that, we're going to add 4 eggs. Now what we'll do is gently scramble the eggs a little and then start incorporating very slowly the flour. So now it's at the point where we can incorporate the rest of the flours here. So I'm going to do that with my hands, which is the only way to do it. Knead the dough. Once we have it all incorporated, I'm going to turn it constantly. I'm going to knead for about 10 minutes till I get a nice smooth working dough. So I worked the dough, I kneaded it for a good 10 minutes, and believe me, I got a good workout. Spritz it with a little bit of good olive oil, and it's ready to be rolled. So we're gonna go through it again. You have to turn the dough. That's what they told us in Tuscany. Make sure you turn it and you use your hand and your wrist to make it nice and elastic. First, a piece, and start rolling the dough. This is about the thickness that you want of the dough. And now what we're going to do is cut it into a rectangle by getting the ends off. And then we're going to make squares. I have made a dozen raviolis. This is the size you want. I'm going to put the dough away. I'll put it in a piece of saran wrap, and I'll put it in the refrigerator and make it tomorrow or the next day, the rest. This is more than enough for my husband and myself. Our raviolis are cooked. 3 minutes they took. They rose to the top. They're nice and tender. I put over it a brown butter sage garlic sauce that I made by putting a stick of unsalted butter in a pan, and you let it come to a boil on low. Then you add your clove of garlic crushed. For another minute you stir it, and then you add a 1/4 cup of fresh chopped sage. You let that cook until the butter starts to brown, and you have that beautiful brown butter dressing. Now I'm going to eat my delicious ravioli. It's lots of work, but it's so worth it in the end. I'd like to show you how I'm going to save them. I put them in a container with cornmeal. I have a piece of oven paper in between, and I'll put the others here. I have a dozen to put away. They'll stay refrigerated for a good week, but if you want them for later, you could freeze them. You'll love it. Assa Benedica.